Today's a very special day because today we're going to be sharing the Multiply story. And that story begins in no other place than our own home country, the Philippines. Because without the Philippines, I would dare say we would not be where we are today. As you know, Multiply started its beginnings as a social networking company in 2004. And while it was a very successful one, it became especially popular here in Southeast Asia, specifically the Philippines, where millions of users over the years used its features to share the things very close and personal to them through photos, videos, and sharing that with their family and friends through the photo albums. But just to share with you the very special story that happened here, sometime in 2006 and 2007, something very special started to happen in the Philippines, and this is what makes the Philippines a very special place for Multiply. Some very creative and entrepreneurial Filipinos began to use Multiply's features in a very interesting way. And they began to use the photo album feature, which was the best in class that time as well as today, to advertise their wares. So they took photos of products that they wanted to sell online and share. And this situation happened here in the Philippines, and it's something that I'm particularly very proud of. But just to share with you, the founders, because Multiply is a US company, our headquarters are in Florida, thought that this was just an aberration. They thought that this was something just happening in the Philippines. And it was not until one day in 2008 that they realized that there was something much bigger going on here in the Philippines. And that was during Holy Week, when the traffic of global Multiply actually went down for a couple of days. And this had never happened before. But our founders were alarmed, and they were trying to figure out what the hell was going on. And what actually happened was that, well, you know, being the good Catholics that we are, we were doing the things that we do during Holy Week, and obviously visitors to our site went down. But this was a big deal to our founders, because it was only that day that they realized how big the community in the Philippines was. So something really special happened at that time, and since then, the Philippines was very much on the global map for Multiply, and our founders began to visit the Philippines much more often, realizing that its biggest and most important community was right here. And over the next 12 months, a transformation that culminates actually today began to happen. We began to listen to the users of Multiply. We decided to reinvent ourselves as the premier e-commerce and social shopping site in Southeast Asia. And I'm very proud to say that because of what happened here in the Philippines, because we listened to you, our community, that we have decided to establish the very first permanent office of Multiply right here in Manila. And we started our presence here officially in January of this year. So what started out as a company of only a handful of employees here in the Philippines, today we are 35 employees strong, and we are still growing. We are here, and we are here for the long haul, because we know that this is our biggest and most important market. Aside from Manila, we have recently established an office in Jakarta, Indonesia. And I'm very proud to say that these are the only two countries where Multiply has decided to stake its future in. So the future success of Multiply rests on what we here in the Philippines do. And I'm very proud to say also that we have a very committed shareholder in the company. So let me take a few minutes to talk about how we're going to succeed. Obviously, it takes to build a long-term plan and to make it successful, to execute it properly, needs the financial support of a well-funded shareholder. And we today are a company owned by a company called Naspers, which is a global media company based in South Africa. You may not have heard of them, but actually they have been around for a long time, and they have started a business that is very focused on e-commerce companies around the world, and they have quite a number of success stories, successful investments that they have operated and managed around the world. Not just here in Asia, but also in Eastern Europe, in Africa, India, and South Africa as well. Some of you may not know, but Multiply was only the second Filipino company that, I'm referring to Multiply as a Filipino company even though it's American founded. It's because we are the biggest office of Multiply in the world today. So I consider it a Filipino company. But actually, Naspers acquired another sister company of ours that is also proudly Filipino. It's a company called Sulit.com. So you guys know it. So just so you know, we are a sister company of Sulit. So going back to the point, we are well supported by our shareholder, and we are very committed to making our business here in the Philippines succeed. So it's a very exciting platform that we have built as we begin our transformation from a social networking site to a full e-commerce and social shopping destination. We are going to be introducing and sharing with you today some special features of that. And everything is really geared to ensure the best shopping experience, both from a merchant perspective, and we have quite a number of our successful merchants on display here today. You're going to be hearing some of their own success stories over the years. Without them, we would not be here. As well as providing a world-class buying experience. Now, every week, something special happens at Multiply. It is because we're going to continue our culture of listening to our community and helping us to improve our product even better. So, without listening to you, we would not be successful. We cannot be successful. So, part of the reason why we're here today is because we value your feedback, your comments, and suggestions, because we are in this together. This is a collaboration between Multiply and our 4 million strong community and our 88,000 strong merchants. So this is just the beginning, but today we will be walking you through 5 special features of the new Multiply, and I'm talking about, not in any order, I'm talking about our marketplace, which is really our window of showcasing the hundreds of thousands of products that our merchants are offering. We're going to be showing you our improved product listing. Those of you who have been in Multiply for a very long time know that we have the photo album feature, which is what you all loved about Multiply. Well, that photo album is today going to be an enhanced product listing, wherein we will be enabling some functionalities to allow our merchants to sell, price their products better for a richer buyer experience. We're also going to be showcasing our stock room, wherein merchants can manage their inventory, their price, their cash flow, and just managing their business better, because transactions hopefully will grow over time. And last but not least, we're going to be talking about some of our buyer protection features to ensure security of the transaction. And last but not least, we'll be showing to you our shopping cart as well, where you can actually, this feature allows you to buy several items from the same store or one item from different stores, and allows you to check out in a very convenient fashion. But anyway, before I end, I guess I just want to thank you guys again for your presence. Aside from our partners in media, we are also proud to say that we have partnered with several important institutions here in the Philippines to complete the shopping experience, and I'm talking about our logistics and payment partners. We have established strong partnerships with the 2 largest financial institutions in the Philippines. BPI is a key partner for us, as well as Banco de Oro, BDO. So many of our transactions go through their payment channels. We have also opened up, for a while now, a relationship with both PayPal and Globe's GCash payment platform. So today there are 4 existing payment channels for our for our buyers and our merchants. So without our partners, we would not be here today, but this is just the beginning, as I said. And I guess the next item on the agenda is a product presentation from our senior manager for marketing and product development, Mr. Paulo Del Puerto, who will walk you through some of the features of Multiply. Thank you again for listening, and thank you again for gracing our occasion.